Hi, my name is Phil Seaver. I am the principal partner of Seaver Story. I'm here today with our intern, Ben Wallace. We're doing a series of videos on eminent domain issues and questions our clients have about eminent domain. So please take a listen. We got some good questions out of Ben during our series. And what's our topic today, Ben?
Yeah, so how does the eminent domain process work?
Good question. A lot of different answers. And really, I will say that it depends on the state. I'm going to talk in general terms, though. Generally, what we see in the 50 states, they're basically two paths. So in almost every state, especially where there's a federal take, where there's federal funds involved, let's back all the way up, back all the way up. It all really starts with an idea. Like the state decides, I want to do something. I want to build a road, put it in a park, rezone something, fix an intersection. I want to do something. I got some money, and they decide I want to do this. Second step, can I find some money to do this with, right? And if it's federal money, great. So I can get most of my project financed by federal funds. Now, typically that'd be a big project, like a big road project be financed by federal funds. And the state would then apply to the feds, and the feds require them to do all sorts of studies called all sorts of studies and environmental studies and route selection. So there'd be a long period of time where they're like sort of notifying landowners vaguely that they're going to do something with the road, and we're going to build a road maybe one day, and we're doing studies. But eventually all the studies end up, stamp of approval is given to the state, funds are made available, and then they begin to do the real eminent domain nitty-gritty. And in most states, that means that they'll send out appraisers to our surveyors first to survey what they're taking. And then after they survey the property, they'll send out appraisers to say, this is what we're going to pay for it. And those appraisers will then, I lost you, Ben. There you go. The appraisers will then provide us a value. So, and then somebody like a right-of-way agent, there's like sort of 5 big companies in the country that do right-of-way work on big federal funded projects. Those right-of-way agents will come to you with an offer and say, here's what we're offering for your land that we're taking. That's kind of universal, very similar process in almost every 50 states. Most states also require this process to occur, and the feds require it to occur. So it happens a lot. They survey, appraise, offer. After the offer shows up, landowners are typically told something along the lines of, well, you have 30 days to make up your mind, or 25 days to make up your mind, or we're going to sue you. And that's fine. What the right-of-way folks are trying to do is trying to keep this real sense of urgency that you have to make your mind up in 30 days. I'd say slow down. They're not going to be able to take your ground unless they file a lawsuit, and you really need to take your time to do due diligence to see if they're what they're offering you is fair. And that usually takes longer than 30 days. So let's say they file a lawsuit. This is where things get a little bit different amongst the states to a large degree. There are some states that are called quick take states. That means that they file a lawsuit, they get immediate access to your property, right? And they can start doing their project. Kentucky's a lot like this. Other states are slow take states, which means that most of the process has to happen before they're allowed to take the property. Indiana's a little bit of a hybrid. So Indiana, we have a process whereby some more appraisers are sent out by the courts, and they establish a bond amount. And the state can then put that bond down and start their project. And so the state's slowed down. Like there's a decision point. We have to decide whether there's a right to take or not by the state, usually pro forma. But after that right to take stage is over and the bond is put down, the state can push forward. And so it's it doesn't happen right away, but it does happen relatively quickly down the road. So, but in almost every state, there's going to be a right to fight portion of the lawsuit or of the action. So survey, appraisal, offer, lawsuit. Is there a right to take? Fight. So you can make that fight, but after that fight, there's usually going to be either they're going to be able to take immediately or they're going to be able to take sometime soon thereafter in most jurisdictions. So that's kind of just a general process. And it's very similar amongst, and not, I shouldn't say that. It's different in every state, but the overall concept is very similar in most states. Does that raise any questions, Ben? Just
I don't think so.
kind of outline there of the process. Well, if you have any questions about process in your particular jurisdiction, please feel free to reach out. We can talk about your process, what steps will be taken before the state can take, what compensation process needs to happen. And we're happy to help out. This is what we do all day long as a law firm. That's what I do, is answer these questions. So my name is Phil Seaver. I'm a principal partner in Seaver Story. You'll see some contact information after the video is over. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm here with intern Ben Wallace, and this has been our series of videos on understanding a little bit more about eminent domain. And thanks for joining us. Have a great day.